What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Security cameras have now become a part of our everyday lives as much as your cell phone or television. The marketplace is literally flooded with different models and brands. But when it comes to what matters most about your camera system, such as the quality of the captured footage both at night and during the day, how easy it is to install and adjust, how easy it is to set up the mobile app to monitor while away from home, what smart detection tracking features it has, and the price of the unit. All these have to be taken into consideration before deciding which is the best security camera to suit your needs. In today's video, I introduce the next generation of security camera surveillance from MMQ. This is the MMQ 4-camera dual-lens HD 1080p 10x zoom wireless auto-tracking PTZ 10-channel 1TB NVR two-way audio indoor-outdoor security camera system. So I'm very excited to see the quality and features of this new type of camera and how it compares to my previous models. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so these are all the parts you get in the package, and compared to your conventional wired camera systems, it's a lot less bulk to deal with, so much that it only has a 6 pounds shipping weight, which is great for reducing your freight and taxes. So in the box, you get 4 wireless security cameras, and these are the F10 model. And the model is worth taking note of because each camera's firmware can be updated separately and is different from the NVR's firmware. It also means that different types of camera models can be added to the system and work simultaneously. You get one wireless NVR version 3.6.2.9M with a 1TB 2.5-inch HDD hard drive installed. This drive can be swapped out for an SSD up to a whopping 6TB. It comes with 4 48-inch barrel-type 12V 1A DC power adapters, 4 packs of wall plug-and screws, 1 HDMI cable, a 12V 2A DC power supply for the NVR, 1 Ethernet LAN cable for connecting the NVR to your router for mobile monitoring only, and I'll explain in just a moment, 1 USB optical mouse to navigate the NVR's menu, and a user guide. The design of the camera consists of a durable high-quality plastic IP65 waterproof design with a bracket that allows for vertical wall mounting as well as ceiling mounting configurations using the designated screw holes. It comes with a dual lens design where the top lens is a 3.6mm ultra-wide lens and the bottom is an 8mm close capture telephoto lens. It has 4 infrared LED spotlights along with an infrared sensor, and just opposite to the sensor you have a built-in microphone. To its base, there is a waterproof compartment to access its microSD card slot. In the event your hard drive fails, you can insert microSD cards for recording, and next to the slot is a reset button. The built-in microphone is for two-way audio, and just behind the camera is a built-in speaker. The barrel-type male and female DC power connectors, though they have a tight fit, do not feature any protective seals or enclosures. So as a precaution, I would recommend applying a little bit of sealant tape for outdoor usage to prevent long-term water seepage. For PTZ and auto tracking, it has a 355-degree span rotation and a 90 degrees tilt movement. So the installation process was quick and easy. It involves drilling a pair of screw holes in either direction, wall or ceiling mounted, and install using the provided wall plug and screws. Unlike conventional systems where you have to run a lot of cables back to your then DVR, these wireless cameras only need for you to plug in the power adapter to give them power, and that's it. Messy cables are now a thing of the past. So out of the box, the 4 cameras are already paired to the NVR, so you don't need to worry about connecting the cameras. All that is required is for you to complete a first startup wizard by connecting to your internet via Wi-Fi or Ethernet LAN cable and setting your username and password and installing the mobile app for monitoring and controlling the system from your mobile phone. Please note, a common misconception with these wireless camera systems is that it works on your Wi-Fi over your internet. This is not the case. These cameras and NVR use their own private Wi-Fi signal, and it's not in any way reliant on your internet for recording and capturing surveillance. If you have no internet, the cameras and NVR will still work. Internet is only needed for you to access the NVR on your mobile phone when you are not at home. So if you don't have internet, you cannot use the mobile app from a remote location to access your home system. So I repeat, the cameras and NVR do not use your Wi-Fi to connect to each other. Let's now have a look at its firmware features. Under General Setup, you can change the language of the interface. You can change the resolution of the display that you are monitoring the cameras on. This is not the camera's resolution, however. You can change it up to 4K 2160p up to 30 Hz. You should also know that it does not feature auto resolution switching, so be sure to change the display to a lower resolution before changing monitors. You can change its audio output modes between HDMI and internal speaker, or you can allow audio to output simultaneously, or you can disable audio. You can adjust its volume. This option will allow the NVR to alarm together with the camera. If you cannot hear the alarms outside, you will receive an alarm from the NVR also. And to the right is where you can update the NVR's firmware. Under Camera Settings, on the left panel, you have 10 channels for adding and removing cameras of different types. You can update each camera's firmware individually using the up arrow at the bottom of the screen. You can rename each camera for easy identification during monitoring and playback, and it's fixed at 1080p resolution, so you cannot increase or lower the resolution. On the right panel is where you can change its recording modes between continuous recording, event recording, and scheduled recording. You can also select whether to include audio in your recordings or not. Next, you have Intelligent Detection Settings. Here, you can set a custom detection area to avoid unnecessary PTZ tracking. You can change the sensitivity of its intelligent tracking feature. You can set it to detect only humanoid shapes. And you can also enable a frame to appear around each detected humanoid object. For alarm features, you can allow the camera to alert using an audible alarm when an event is detected. You also have the use of a spotlight alarm, or you can use both alarms simultaneously to ward off burglars or unwanted persons. For push notifications, you can select to receive a notification on your mobile via the included app, or you can choose to receive a notification via email about a detected event. There is also an option to set the activation period of the alarm feature, whether it's all day, daytime only, nighttime detection only, or you can schedule a duration. Under Date and Time Settings, you can choose how you would like the date and time to appear when overlaid over each camera's display. You can select your time zone, and you can turn on daylight savings. One option I would have liked to see in this section is the option to disable the 24-hour format and allow for AM and PM display for persons who don't like to use a 24-hour clock. Under Network Setup, you can view and configure your network connection via Ethernet LAN or Wi-Fi. You can view and optimize each camera's wireless connection to the NVR. You can configure each camera in cascade mode, where each camera can be used as a repeater or Wi-Fi extender to support a further camera that may have difficulty connecting to the NVR, or you can enable the auto repeater option. And the last option is where you can enable Alexa or RSTP server feature. Please note, Alexa only works with the Alexa Echo Show. Under Diagnostics is where you can monitor in detail the wireless performance of each camera to the NVR. Under Storage is where you can view the model, type, size, and usage of the drive installed, and you also have the option to reformat the drive. Under Account and Application is where you can scan to install the mobile control app on your mobile phone, and a second QR code to automatically configure the EC Cloud application. You have a Help and Support section, and you can reset to factory default settings as well as delete added cameras. In addition to the settings area, each camera has its own on-screen display settings to control its capture and PTZ function. If you hover the mouse cursor over each camera, you will get a navigation bar where you can open each camera in full screen mode. This can also be done by double-clicking anywhere on a camera's display using the cursor. You have some new image settings that I have not seen in my previous videos. It now comes with infrared night vision. You can turn night vision off, infrared always on. You have a full color night vision and smart night vision. With infrared night vision, the spotlights do not turn on, only its infrared sensor. Night vision off is a new feature I really like because sometimes at night you have a well-lit area that do not require infrared, so it captures in full color without turning on the spotlight. Infrared always on enables infrared during the day or night. Full color night vision uses night vision with spotlights, and smart night vision automatically detects which color mode is needed. You can flip the display a full 180 degrees in the event you have to mount the camera on a surface in an upright position. There is a privacy settings area to block areas that you don't want recorded, a video anti-flash feature, and a color mode feature to choose between standard, bright, soft, and you can set your own custom color settings. You can enable audio for listening to live audio while monitoring. This, however, is not related to the audio switch for including audio during a captured feed. You have a 10 times digital zoom feature that you can control using the mouse wheel. Next, you have its PTZ settings. Here you can manually control the camera's PTZ function. You can change the speed of the manual PTZ adjustment. You can adjust its focus, though it seems not to work. You have another zoom function. You can set its PTZ to perform a tour instead of a stationary position. You can enable auto tracking. There is a PTZ calibration that checks the alignment of the PTZ motor. And there's a special feature where you can set a default focal point or guard position, as they call it, for the PTZ to return after it stops tracking an object. This is indicated by the camera icon. And you can also set additional preset areas for quick focus to the preset area. These will not be focal points of return, only areas of interest. The playback feature in these NVRs is more or less standard, depending on how you set it to record, whether continuously or via event recording. All captured events are highlighted on the timeline in orange. You can skip to any event by clicking on the timeline with the cursor, or you can use the AI playback feature that will produce thumbnails of detected events. You can choose to review the last 30 minutes, the last hour, or view the last 24 hours. With the 1 terabyte hard drive, you get up to 45 days before it loops and overwrites the oldest footage, and it can take up to 6 terabytes hard drive for up to 9 months of captured footage. If you would like to record a segment of your playback, you would have to either record a 30-minute segment, 1 hour, or a 24-hour segment. Simply insert an SD card configured in FAT32 format into the slot, and the NVR would copy the playback onto the card. Please note, the card must be formatted in FAT32 format or the NVR would not detect it. With the mobile app, you can view and control each aspect of the camera's PTZ and detection settings, video playback, and alarm features. One feature on the mobile app that's not possible on the NVR is two-way calling. With this mobile feature, you can vocally ward off intruders as well as speak to persons visiting or delivering at your premises. So viewers, there you have it. This security camera system from MMQ is a must-have if you're looking for an affordable security camera system with all the modern features. Its 1080p dual cameras offer high-definition capture during the day as well as at night in multiple full color and infrared modes. The installation process is quick and easy with very few parts to assemble. It comes with a 1TB hard drive unlike other models that give you an SD card. And its PTZ and alarm tracking features offer quick and efficient detection. So I've waited a long time for a replacement for my very first 1080p camera system since 2019, and after testing this MMQ model, I'm happy to recommend it as a quality smart security system. I'm quite surprised at the cost of this unit, and you won't believe how much it's going for on Amazon with a $30 coupon. Don't believe me? See for yourself. Use the link in the description below this video. So it has been a pleasure having you for today's video, and special thanks to MMQ for sending their wireless security camera system for review. All this made possible by you, my valued subscribers and viewers, and as usual, hit that thumbs up button to help boost the ratings of this video. If you liked the video and would like to see more security camera systems, then hit that subscribe button and ring the notifications bell to be notified each time I review a new security camera system or decide to do a giveaway. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Stay connected and see you in the next one.